Hello, my loves, and welcome back. Do you have a cat that grooms too much? Is your cat licking itself raw? In this video, I'm going to talk with you about over-grooming. We're going to look at how you can help your cat to stop this, let's face it, quite upsetting behaviour. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to the Naturally Cats YouTube channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button along with the bell to get notifications of my new releases so you can help your cat with every video. I've been working with cats for well over 15 years, and when I first started to support cats that were over grooming, I used a lot of behavior modification. So I tried to help the cat to change its behavior. And what I realized quite quickly is that actually the behavior is not the problem. The behavior is almost the symptom of something else. The real problem is the emotional state, it's the emotional health of the cat. So, over grooming is a self soothing behavior. So, your cat's not doing it to anger you, to irritate you, to get back at you. With all due respect, it's not really about you. It's about the cat trying to comfort itself. It's about the cat trying to maybe have a sense of control over their environment, or about the cat feeling safe and secure, nurtured and loved. There is an emotional reason, there's an emotional cause to your cat over grooming. So before we delve into it any further, the first thing I wanted to say is please ensure you get a vet check done. If your cat is over grooming, whether it's a small patch or a larger patch, please make sure you speak to your vet. I worked with a cat who was over grooming, and we found out that actually she had mammary cancer. Now, of course, I'm not saying that your cat has that. What I'm saying is, please get a vet check done. If your vet turns around and says it's behavioral, that's fine. That's something that you can work with. But please just make sure that there is no underlying physical issue. Because what happened with that cat, she was trying to shift the energy. She was trying to heal and soothe her body. So first and foremost, please make sure you get a vet check done. The second point to say is, like I've mentioned, over grooming is self-soothing. So the cat is trying to help itself. So I really advocate against distraction. Now, you might see a lot of other videos online that say to you, if the cat starts to lick itself, like clap, make a noise, God forbid they say squirt it with the water bottle, or give it some food or distract it. In my experience, that hasn't really worked. And actually, what can happen is that it's more damaging to the cat's emotional state. So if you think about a human, when we're fragile, when we're kind of teetering on the edge, when we're maybe anxious or upset or scared, the last thing we need is someone making a sharp noise or telling us not to feel that way. That's not really going to help, is it? So when it comes to your cat and over grooming, one of the best things you can do is become a detective. It's to figure out why the cat needs to self-soothe. So your first job is to be that detective. It's to sit down and it's to get a pen and paper and it's to think back, when did this start? How long has my cat been doing this for? Now, some of you watching this video, you may have been dealing with this for a while and can't remember. That's okay. We're going to work through that. For anybody else, if it's been a more recent behavior change in your cat, try to think about what happened. Did you have workmen into the house? Did somebody leave the home? Did you get a new dog, a new pet, and did you bring a new baby home? What changed for the cat? Now, not for you. Think about this from your cat's perspective. Did you move their food bowl? Have you changed where their litter tray goes? Cats are incredibly sensitive and sentient beings. So they can be very reactive to changes in their environment. So your first job to help your cat is to try to understand literally like what is bothering them. What are they upset about? Now, this might be the first step, and you might need support with this step. It might be you speak to an animal communicator. It might be that you consider using some form of energy work to connect with the cat. But finding out their reason why is going to be the best chance you have of changing, reducing, and stopping this behavior. So once you've potentially identified why they're doing it, the next thing you need to understand is, when do they feel the need to use this coping mechanism? Because that's what it is. It's like humans using drugs or alcohol or things to numb emotions. The cat is trying to find a way to deal with their environment, to deal with how they feel, to deal with the situation, maybe the relationships that they're experiencing. I firmly believe that cats have emotional needs. Everything about Naturally Cats points to that. Everything that I share and work with is about energy and emotions. And for me, over grooming is talked about from a very, like I said before, but very behavioral perspective. Change the behavior, stop the behavior. Well, me as a human, I'm not necessarily going to change my behavior unless I feel differently. And it's the same for cats. So, what I would recommend is considering putting down a herb garden, and I'll pop a blog below for more information about this. Putting down some herbs can give you an idea as to what emotions your cat is dealing with or struggling with. The second thing I would suggest is to find a way to spend time with them. So, you are a powerful being, and you may not believe that you're an animal communicator, but I do believe that everyone has the capacity to connect with their cats. So sit down with your cat, and rather than sitting down and sharing your frustration, your anger, your worry with them, listen. Speak to them, ask them, what do you want to share with me? And just notice what happens. Notice how they sit with you, how they move, what happens. Notice what kind of pops into your head or into your awareness. So I've got another video called How to Connect with Your Cat. And again, I'll pop a link in the information below. That video really helps you to tune in to connecting with your cat. And like I said before, it might be that in order to break understand the first lock, as it were, to your cat situation, you need to do something a bit different. If you've been trying vet support, behavior changes, even medication, maybe it's time to try something new. So I wanted to share in this video that over grooming isn't a problem behavior. Yes, it's a behavior we may not fully understand as to why our cats are doing it. And it might be a behavior that we don't really get, like we don't know how to stop it or to change it. But underneath all of that is the reason why. It's understanding why your cat is doing what they're doing. Because once you can understand, you can then start to help them. I've also got a mini course on overgrooming. There is so much to talk about with overgrooming that it's hard to put it, to be quite honest, in a short YouTube video. So I've got a 3-part mini course, and it looks at why your cat is doing it. So it helps you to delve into more detail into that detective role, how to support your cat with what they're experiencing, and a range of ways, complementary and traditional treatment methods. So again, I'm sure there'll be something in there that you haven't tried. So I'll pop the link to the mini course below. Once you've signed up for it, you get the first module straight away. So you can start to learn more about what your cat is going through and how you can help them. So I hope that this video has been useful. If nothing else, I hope that the takeaway for you is that your cat needs help, and not help because you want to stop the behavior, help because they are struggling emotionally. So once you can understand that, then you can take the next step to find a way to support them. So thank you for watching. I'll pop all the links that I've mentioned in this video below, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.